Jeff waited for the right moment. He wasn't the type to rush things. Gutta had just come out of
Facts.
the store. Jeff moved in quickly. No words, no warnings. Bang! The first shot hit Gutta in the chest. His body
Damn.
and his...
So do the math. If you know, you know. If you don't, fuck you. Oh my God, this nigga, he take this shit. I can't. I'm in shock for words, bro. I'm in disbelief.
sprinted toward a house.
He's looking at
the
it.
door and disappeared inside.
Right. Oh, YouTube. Say now, it's JayThou and the Reddit woman get laid down back with another banger, man. Today we got a crazy reaction. We're going to be reacting to the 10 times Lil Jeff underlined people on camera. Now look, I know that sounds crazy as hell, but they say this nigga Jeff was a demon. And they said, I don't know, they be saying he got 10 hats, 20 hats, 50 hats. I don't know how many he got, bro. But we're going to see 10 times today. Let's get it.
I'm taking just a killing school.
Oh.
Class start next week.
You gonna start like that?
You gotta at least have 2 bodies though.
Hear that? That's not just rap talk. That was Lil Jeff, live and unfiltered, setting the entrance requirements for his so-called killing school. From openly bragging about bodies in his diss track FTO to mocking fallen rivals with zero remorse, his reputation as one of the most ruthless figures in the streets only grew. This was
Facts.
a man who turned violence into entertainment, laughing about real-life murders on Instagram like it was just another joke. And if that wasn't enough, he took it a step further.
Like, when y'all say the definition of serial killer, put Jeff, just put a picture of Jeff. Put a picture of Bloodhound Lil Jeff and then put a picture of Jeffrey Dahmer right next to him. They both Jeffs and they both serial killers. Like they literally the same nigga, one white, one black. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's literally them, bro.
Gunning down 2 high school students and still finding a way to joke about it online.
Damn.
Cold-blooded, unfiltered, absolutely savage. These are Lil Jeff's most savage moments. Murders. Lil Gutta in a targeted hit. Lil Jeff lived by one rule: strike first and make it brutal. Of all the things he did, this was among the most ruthless. A broad daylight execution, carried out without hesitation. No mask, no fear. Just a clear message to the streets. If you cross Lil Jeff, there's no warning, just bullets. This guy was not the type to let things slide. When someone from his side got killed, he made sure there was payback. And on May 13th, 2021, he did exactly that.
1 killed, 1 wounded in Chatham shooting. Both men the men both 25 were shot Thursday. Damn, so he shot 2 niggas, 2021?
Nobody knew that a killing was about to happen. Lil Jeff had been watching Lil Gutta, real name Ronnie L. Sistrunk Jr., for a while. Gutta was moving like he had no enemies, walking through the city without a care. But his name had already been linked to Cruz's murder a month earlier, and that was a serious problem. Whether Gutta had actually been involved didn't matter. What mattered was that Jeff believed he was. Jeff waited for the right moment. He wasn't the type to rush things. Gutta had just come out of the store, checking his phone, completely unaware of what was coming. Jeff moved in quickly. No words, no warnings. Bang! The first shot hit Gutta in the chest. His body and his phone fell from his hand. Before he could react, another shot, then another. Each one meant to make sure he wasn't getting back up. People screamed, some ducked, others ran. Jeff didn't stick around. He walked off, blending into the crowd like nothing had happened. By the time police arrived, Gutta was already dead.
He was gone. He was gone. And that's exactly how Jeff was. Jeff wasn't no hype-ass young boy that's like, okay, you did something to me and I'm finna just go run out today and try to shoot and kill you. No, he finna plan this shit out extremely perfectly, down to the T. He finna get everything. He finna know exactly where you at, what you gonna be wearing that day, what your car you gonna drive. He finna know all the details, my nigga. He finna plan this shit out to perfection. Bro was a real life mastermind scientist with this shit. He was gonna plan everything out and then smoke you. But one thing he was gonna do was brag about it. When he smoked you, he was definitely gonna talk about it. He was gonna let niggas know like that. Yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna keep it a secret like these. You know what I'm saying? But that shit dumb, but hey, it is what it is.
Witnesses had seen what happened, but no one was willing to talk. The streets knew who was responsible, but no one wanted to be next. A daytime hit was already a moment that had the streets whispering. But Jeff didn't just stop there. He took his savagery to the mic and turned 7 bodies into lyrics. Boasts about killing 7 people in FTO.
Damn.
The jail scene had always been filled with bold...
Who is FTO? My niggas, y'all need to have a group meeting or something, bro, because ain't no way y'all let no one nigga kill 7 of y'all. No, gang, y'all can't do that, bro. Yo.
Some street talk. But in March 2024, a song dropped that had people questioning whether the words were just music or real confessions. The track was called FTO, and as soon as it hit the streets, it became one of the most talked about songs that year. Lil Jeff and Vert had been teasing the release for weeks. When it finally dropped, the energy was violent, raw, and reckless. The lyrics had no filter. Jeff rapped about taking 7 lives. It was violent, raw, and reckless.
What'd he say?
The lyrics.
Left 7 niggas dead in my city. I'm up now. Oh my God, bro. Niggas don't care, bro. In the near future, maybe in 5 years, 10 years, I don't know how many years, but these young niggas is gonna literally be doing drills. They gonna get their homie to record it. When they do the drill, they gonna do the drill, smoke the nigga, and then put the live footage in the music video. They got to be doing that, bro. They gotta start doing that eventually because the self-snitching is becoming too high. It's getting to a level where it's reaching a cap almost. It's reaching a cap to the amount of self-snitching you could do. So it's gonna be some nigga that break that cap and take it to the next level. He gonna put a real live drill on his music video, bro.
Jeff rapped about taking 7 lives, bragging like it was just another achievement. The way he delivered it was too specific, too detailed, making people wonder if he had really done everything he claimed. But one part of the song stood out more than anything else. Jeff called out lled by name, mocking his death with the line, "Lled dumb in a pack, we smoking." It wasn't just a disrespectful line, it was a direct celebration of someone's murder. People argued about whether Jeff's claims were exaggerated or if he had really dropped 7 bodies. No matter what the truth was, one thing was clear: Jeff had no fear of what he said or who heard it. His reputation for self-snitching was all.
We really don't know, bro, because back in the day, it used to be like, okay, if a nigga get on a song talking about some shit, they was going to slightly diss a nigga, but they wasn't going to make it too obvious what they did, you feel me? And you could kind of tell, okay, who did that. But once the niggas like the white boy Slim Shady and shit that start coming out with drill time and all that, once niggas like him, it was over, bro. We don't know who is active and who's not, bro. Everybody just gonna rap and say they did this and say they did that and that. They gonna put another nigga to work in the song and then say they did it. It's gonna be all types of cat, bro. So we really don't know. The music is just scattered now.
Gets revenge for Z Money by killing Lil Pooh. Lil Jeff had been waiting for the right time, and when the moment came, he made sure it was merciless. Z Money's death had left a wound that only blood could close. And in March
that's the joint you got right here.
Jeff set his sights on Lil Pooh. Pooh, real name Pierre Boozer Jr., had been moving around. Like nothing had changed. He still showed up in familiar places, still laughed with his people, still acted as if his name wasn't being whispered in the streets. But Jeff had already decided that Pooh wasn't going to see the summer. The plan was set in motion days before. Jeff didn't move sloppy. He didn't just roll up and start shooting. Instead, he let Pooh's own routine work against him. He sent word
not no sloppy boy,
spreading talk that a certain block was safe again, knowing Pooh would hear it. Pooh took the bait, showing up like nothing was wrong. That night, the trap was set. Pooh pulled into the driveway of his home, the place he always returned to after a long day. He stepped out of his car, nodding at someone he recognized. The night was quiet, with only the distant hum of the city in the background. Everything seemed normal. Then the lights in the lot flickered. A small moment, barely noticeable. But in that second of distraction, a figure moved out of the shadows. The first shot hit Pooh. He dropped to the ground, grabbing his knee, trying to crawl toward his home. He didn't make it. They didn't shot my nigga Pooh like that. Bro, Pooh, you can't be. That's why niggas in Chicago, bro. When you know you in beef, I don't know why niggas be moving out like they regular characters, bro. You didn't just smoke 10 niggas. You didn't smoke 15 niggas from the ops block, and you over here walking around like you just normal, like you a normal civilian. Like, hey, I just got off work. I'm finna just go in the crib. Like, no, gang. Shots followed fast and unrelenting. The last one hit him in the back of the head, leaving him face down on the pavement. A car engine roared, tires screeched, and the shooter was gone. Witnesses stood frozen, and when the police arrived, nobody had seen a thing. But the streets knew. A year later, Jeff made sure
the streets always know, gang. The streets always know. That's one thing about the streets. The streets will know everything, but they ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about it in the hood. So you could get away with a lot of murders because niggas in the streets ain't going to just tell. Because first of all, nobody wants to be labeled a rat. And then second of all, they want that shit to keep happening. They want them to keep getting active. They get a rush off that shit when a nigga kill man from down the street. When the nigga kill Ty. You know what I'm saying? They get a rush on that shit. They not going to tell.
Message was clear when he left a comment on an Instagram post about Pooh, confirming the motive. Disrespecting Z Money came with consequences. Then came the leaked song.
What'd he say? What'd he say? I don't even know what he said, my nigga. Yeah, y'all let me know in the comments what he said. You know, he saw me, he had to pay the consequence. Y'all know what he said.
He rapped about hiding in the grass, waiting to strike, describing the exact way Pooh had been caught.
This nigga got the bush.
Most would have laid low, but
he got the Fortnite bush on.
Himself. His next moment came fast. This time bullets were flying from a moving car. Orders a drive-by on Black. Lil Jeff had made a lot of enemies, and when things got serious, he did not hesitate to remove them. In March 2022, the streets started buzzing about a drive-by shooting in Chatham. The target was Roger Lewis, known as Black, a 33-year-old OG who had been well respected in his area. Black had been standing outside his house that evening.
This nigga Jeff is going after every op in the world.
Attention to the street, unaware that a car had been rolling by slowly. The people inside were watching him closely, waiting for the right moment. The driver kept steady, and the backseat window was slightly open. As the car crept closer, There was a brief pause. Then the sound of rapid gunfire filled the air. Black barely had time to react. He tried to turn, but bullets had already ripped through him. His body dropped near the sidewalk as the car sped off, disappearing down the street before anyone could get a good look at it. The neighborhood fell silent for a moment. A few people ducked inside their houses. Others peeked out, already knowing there was nothing they could do. By the time the police arrived, Black was gone. A month later,
said, "That's Jeffrey?" Oh, nah, get in the crib.
Was arrested in connection to the shooting. But even after his arrest, people kept talking. Many believed Jeff had ordered the hit. The tension between his crew and Black's people had been getting worse. A few weeks later, he dropped a song with lyrics that made people wonder. He mentioned how some older guys think they run things until they get caught standing outside at the wrong time. A drive-by was already a wild moment, but Jeff had a habit of outdoing himself. When two bodies...
This nigga just going, that's why every murder, he gotta mention something about the nigga. He gotta mention something. He gotta say, put him in a song or some shit, bro. This nigga's crazy, dog.
He's dropped on the same night. The streets knew. This wasn't just war, it was domination.
The streets know everything, bro.
Double murder. Lil Jeff had been involved in a lot of street violence, but November 1st, 2023 stood out as one of his most ruthless moments. Two people lost their lives that night in what many believed was a planned execution. The targets were Donardo Buford, known as Lil Deuce, and Desiree McGee, known as D.
Oh, he killed him.
In a parked car on
I never even heard about this one. I thought he was about to talk about the one at the school. You know, that one was just trending. The nigga, I already did a video on that where the Bull T Slick got locked up and shit for that. Bro, I'm thinking he about to talk about that one. He didn't kill the thotty too, man. Damn. Jeff probably was trying to crack. She wasn't going. He said, okay. Jeff get mad over anything. Jeff gonna end you over any little thing, my nigga. So she probably wouldn't let bro clap the cheeks real quick. Bro said, okay, watch this. You know what I'm saying?
Chester Avenue, probably thinking it was just another night. They might have been talking, scrolling through their phones, or just passing time. They had no idea they were being watched. A black SUV had been circling the area. It passed by once, then again, moving slowly. No one inside the car made any sudden moves. They were waiting for the right moment. Then it happened. The SUV stopped a few feet away. The door swung open, and before anyone could react, gunmen stepped out and opened fire. Glass shattered, bullets ripped through metal and flesh. Little Deuce and D-Money never had a chance to escape. The attack was over in seconds, but the damage was done. By the time...
That's why it's so hard when you in the streets, you feel me, to even be outside in cars, bro. If you outside in the car, you pretty much cooked, bro. Because you can't, if a car riding past, you feel me, and you not looking, or you can't just look at every car. My nigga, you going to go to jail. If you just killing random innocent people that just riding by just because they look suspicious, you going to get booked. You know what I'm saying? But then it might be that one time where you like, all right, that's just probably an innocent motherfucker. That's probably the old lady, Miss Jenkins down the street, you feel me? Her slow ass, she don't even know how to drive. She riding slow as shit. Whole time it's your op pop out. Damn. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And you don't even have no time to react. So, bro, that shit be just risky as hell. You can't even be outside. If you in the street, just stay your ass inside. Unless you driving.
They were rushed to the University of Chicago Medical Center, but it was too late. Neither of them survived. The police arrived quickly, finding multiple shell casings scattered around the scene. But as always,
Jeff wanted that ass bad.
The case remained open, and no charges were ever filed against Jeff. Still, the streets had their own way of confirming things. In March 2024, Jeff posted a cryptic Instagram story.
I know you heard that. They said I did it, but I did worse.
The message seemed to be a list of names, and one of them was clearly linked to D-Money's murder. You'd think after a double murder, Jeff would want to keep quiet, but no. His next murder was in the studio, rapping about his victims with details only the killer could know.
Jeffrey will not keep quiet.
By early 2024, Lil Jeff's name was already tied to countless street rumors. But when he dropped in February, the conversation took a turn.
He said, I gotta step it up.
Drill track
I gotta full on admit right now.
It felt like a confession. The beat was dark. The flow was aggressive. In one chilling line, Jeff described a victim screaming before taking his last breath. The way he rapped it, like he was reliving the moment, made people immediately connect it to the murders of Monty and Lil Rob. For those who remember how the two were killed, the details were too accurate to ignore. Monty had been left gasping for air on the sidewalk, and Lil Rob's final moments were eerily similar to what Jeff was rapping about. Within hours of its release, the internet caught fire. Reddit threads were filled with people breaking down the lyrics and matching them to real-life events. Drill forums argued over what...
Yeah, that's one thing. Them fans, they investigators. My nigga, they gonna find out every which lyric, how it means this, where the place you talking about was at, you feel me? Who you talking about, what sound it made. They gonna do their research, bro. That's one thing. That's why the fans don't even have to do no research. They sit back like these. Hey, this nigga just dropped a song. Hey, the fans gonna do the research for us, gang. We just gotta wait. They gonna post it. Blogs gonna post it. Instagram comments gonna comment about it. They gonna do all the research for us. We ain't even gotta work, bro. We ain't even gotta investigate. This nigga's cooked. You know You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was about how they died, what they said in their last seconds, and how Jeff felt watching it happen. He never responded to the accusations. He never clarified the meaning, but he didn't have to. The damage was already done. Rapping about bodies is one thing, but saying it lived, that's a moment only someone who truly doesn't fear death would create. And Jeff, he laughed while updating his body count. Updates his body count to 10 on Instagram Live. The energy on Instagram felt different on the night of May 13th, 2024. Thousands of people were tuned in, waiting to see what Lil Jeff would say next. He sat in front of the camera, relaxed.
He ain't talk about
a thick stack of money. His wrist shined every time he moved, the diamonds on his Rolex catching the light. The comment section moved so fast it was impossible to keep up. As the live went on,
look, you don't got 10, bro. Stop the cat.
The comment section.
They want him to say that shit. They instigating that shit. They're like, you don't got 10, bro. Stop the cat, bro. Just so he could be like, nigga, I got 10. No, matter of fact, I got 11, nigga. I just got one yesterday. You feel me? That's how they want him to be.
It moved so fast it was impossible to keep up. As the live went on, the conversation took a dark turn. Jeff started talking about the streets, about the people he had lost, and the ones who had lost their lives because of him. With a smirk, he leaned back and made a statement that shook everyone watching. The comment section exploded. Some fans hyped him up, while others were shocked. His enemies, whether they were watching or someone sent them to had all the information they needed. He made it clear that the body count had gone up. Next to him, Q50, a close associate, added his own numbers, fueling even more speculation. If anyone thought Jeff was exaggerating, hearing Q50 confirm his own count only made it more believable. The live continued with Jeff taunting his rivals, daring them to respond. He laughed as he fanned out his money, showing no concern for what he had just admitted. It didn't take long for the clip to spread.
He don't give a damn.
Forums, drill pages, and even long.
Go fuck with my brother, man. LOL, do the math. If you know, you know. If you don't, fuck you. Oh my God, this nigga, he take this shit. I can't. I'm in shock for words, bro. I'm in disbelief, bro. Really. And if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all know. Y'all not dumb. Ooh, this nigga Jeffrey Dahmer, bro. You scared, bro. Yo, bro might be murking niggas right now in the afterlife. He might be playing real life Call of Duty in the afterlife or something, bro. Cause he didn't care.
Law enforcement were all talking about it. People debated if he was being serious or if it was all for attention. But those who knew how the streets worked believed every word. This moment made him a bigger target, not just for the police, but for the people he had been calling out.
Hey, R.I.P. Jeff, bro. Every like on this video equals one RIP for Jeff, man. Cause this nigga was crazy, but he's funny at the same time, bro. You can't cap, bro.
Brags about his killing school requirement. In early
like the
February
video,
2024, Lil Jeff's Instagram post had the city talking. He said he was going to start a killing school, and the requirement was a minimum of 2 bodies.
I'm taking just a killing school.
Most niggas don't got that. Most niggas don't even got that with. When you think they got,
you gotta at least have 2 bodies though. For I ain't coming with no. You ain't got. I can't work with no beginners.
But that's
he said no beginners, nigga.
His enemies, accusing them of taking out innocent people instead of handling real street business. It was a direct shot at those who had been speaking on his name. But what really caught people's attention was the photo that came with it. Jeff had a fresh tattoo, 10 teardrops inked onto his skin. The streets already understood what that meant. Each teardrop was a body, a life taken. Some people even speculated that 2 of them were Lil Rob and Monty, 2 names connected. As if that wasn't enough, he lined up a series of emojis in the caption, carefully placed in a way that seemed to match 10 victims. The message was clear, but not direct enough to be a confession. Jeff knew how to...
Jeff. I feel like if Jeff didn't care about getting arrested, because if he got arrested, if the cops tried to come to his door, he was gonna look at the cops. Like Jeff he didn't care to die. He didn't care if he go out. He was gonna go out with a bang. He said, "Y'all not booking me, nigga." I feel like he was really gonna look at the cops, bro. Like real right. He was gonna take at least 3 cops out before he go. Like, bro was just trying to get an all-time high score. How many bodies can I get? I need to be the nigga in the game with the most bodies before I go out. I need an all-time record-breaking high score. Simple.
His close associate, Q50, didn't let the moment pass. He followed up with his own post, updating his body count to 8. If anyone had doubts about Jeff's claims, hearing Q50 confirm his own numbers only made it feel more real. The conversation around the post spread quickly. Some laughed it off, saying he was just rapping. But was he really? Jeff had already made it clear. His circle wasn't for amateurs. But when he posted a cryptic message that looked like a list of his victims, it became a moment the internet couldn't ignore. Posts a cryptic message listing his victims. Lil Jeff was known for stirring controversy, but in April 2024, he took things to another level. Instead of making a direct statement, he dropped a post that had the whole city talking. The post contained lyrics from an unreleased King Von song, but what really caught people's attention was what came after. Below the lyrics, Jeff added 10 emojis. At first, it looked random, but the streets quickly started putting the pieces together.
The streets
One
know
emoji
everything.
stood out more than the rest, a woman's hat. It did not take long for fans to link it to D-Money, a known name in street circles. People believed it was a coded reference to his female nickname, a slick way of saying he was responsible for the murder without actually saying it. The conversation spread fast. Was this a body count? Was he listing his victims? Some thought it was a way to taunt his enemies. Others called it another case of self-snitching, something Jeff had already been accused of multiple times. Despite the backlash, Jeff refused to...
My nigga, let's keep it a bean, bro. It's not really accusing, bro. If he did it, he did it. He snitched. If he self-snitched, he self-snitched. How you gonna say he accused of self-snitching? My nigga, the proof is in the pudding, bro. He wants y'all to know. Subliminally, of course, he's not just gonna go out and say, yes, I did this, did that. Because that would be dumb. The police would be dun 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 right away. You know what I'm saying? But he's gonna throw subliminals because he still wants y'all to know. Like, Jeff didn't plan on being here for long, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. He was trying to go crazy and then get up out of here. My nigga, he probably beefing with ops in the afterlife. He probably shooting at the devil and some more shit, bro. Bro, crazy.
Take the post down. He never explained its meaning, never corrected the speculation. Instead, he let people argue and debate, watching as his name spread even further. Nobody knew if the emojis really represented lives lost, but one thing was clear. Jeff wanted people to keep guessing, and he made sure they never stopped talking. Sniffs Percocet during an interview. Jeff had built a reputation for being reckless, both in the streets and in the way he carried himself in public.
Niggas is perks on camera? Sniffing. Oh my God, my nigga Vertin rubbed off on
brag
Twitter,
about
bro.
his crimes, taunt his enemies online, and show no fear of consequences. But in May 2024, he took things even further during an interview that left people wondering if he had completely lost control. He was sitting across from JayThou, a well-known interviewer in the drill scene. In the middle of answering a question, Jeff reached into his pocket, pulled out a crushed-up Percocet, and sniffed it right in front of the camera. The room went quiet for a second. Even JayThou, who had seen plenty of wild interviews, looked caught off guard. Jeff leaned back and laughed.
We ain't never seen that. Out of all the interviews, I never seen that. I never seen a nigga sniff a perk on camera. Yo, what the fuck?
Q50, sitting beside him, chuckled as well, hyping up the moment. Jeff then compared himself to Tony Montana, the infamous drug lord from Scarface, as if he was living in the movie. As the interview continued,
I'm not surprised. Jeff really is. He think he in a movie. Jeff living a real life movie in real life. Jeff is really the main character in his head. You know what I'm saying? Bro is going out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? He trying to put his name in the record books, all types of shit, bro. He said, I'm finna be the next Jeffrey on Netflix.
Media, it spread fast. Some fans hyped him up, but many criticized him, saying he had taken things too far. The moment became another example of Jeff's reckless and unpredictable nature. Jeff had already given the world plenty of disturbing moments, but this, laughing about 2 murdered high schoolers, this was proof. He wasn't just reckless, he was heartless. Jokes about killing 2 high school students.
Bro, he have no heart.
He's been known for mocking his enemies, but in February 2024, he crossed a line that even his own fans found disturbing. 2 teenagers had been shot and killed near Washington in the loot, and while their families mourned, Jeff used the moment to entertain himself. The victims, 17-year-old Monterio Williams and 16-year-old Robert Boston, were still being talked about on the news when Jeff made his post. It was a simple picture, but the message behind it was dark. He was sitting back holding up 2 blunts, smoke curling around his face. The caption was vague, but people didn't need an explanation. They already knew what he was referring to, and the timing of the post made it even more obvious. Within minutes, his comment section exploded. Some laughed, understanding what he was implying. Others were disgusted, calling him out for being heartless. The post started circulating on Twitter pages and Twitter, with people debating if it was a coincidence or if he was claiming responsibility for the killing. Some people even compared it to past incidents where rappers had hinted at real-life crimes through their social media posts. Jeff saw
that's what they do.
Didn't care. Instead of
I'm telling you, Jeff supporters are real life detectives. Every time he posts a picture, they're looking for what subliminal he threw in there. Okay, did he say this? Is the caption like this? Is the lighting like this? Does he have this type of gun in his hand? Oh, I just seen this on the news. They said it was at this time. Did he put this time in it? They be fiending. They be real life detectives trying to research all types of shit.
For years, Jeff had created savage moments at the expense of others. But on June 8th, 2024, his final moment came when he ran into a house and never came back out alive. Chases him out into the house, then gets gunned down. In the streets, every move comes with consequences. Some take longer to arrive, but they always do. For Lil Jeff, June 8th, 2024 was the day everything caught up with him. It was a moment that would mark the violent end of a name that had caused fear and chaos for years. It happened on South Rhodes Avenue, a place that had seen its fair share of shootouts, but nothing like this. Witnesses saw Jeff chasing an enemy, moving fast,
he looking at him,
focused on only one thing. The man he was after sprinted toward a house,
he's looking at
the
it,
door, and disappeared inside.
look at him,
Didn't stop. He followed without thinking.
He chasing after that nigga, looking him down.
Had the upper hand. The moment he entered, gunfire erupted. The house was not a place of safety for his enemy. It was a trap. The people inside had been waiting. And Jeff
he ran into the crib. Hey, bro, if you chasing your op, bro, don't follow that nigga into the crib. You don't know what he got in the crib. He might have traps upside on top of the roof that you can't even see. You running there, shoom, spikes come down, hit you with the head, all types of shit. He might niggas waiting behind the couch. I'm not running in no crib. I don't think he ran in the cuz crib though, bro. I think I don't know. Cuz might not know what he talking about. I don't think he ran. Did he run into the crib? I don't think he ran into the crib because that would be dumb. I don't think Jeff was dumb enough to run into the crib. But who does that? You just set yourself up for failure.
Came from different angles. 19 bullets tore into Jeff's body before he even had a chance to fire back. His crew, who had been right behind him, immediately returned fire, turning the quiet street into a war zone. By the time the shooting stopped, the damage was beyond repair. 58 shell casings were scattered across the scene. The walls were torn apart by bullets, and the floor was covered in blood. Jeff's crew saw him lying there, barely clinging to life. They had a choice: stay and fight or leave. They
Damn, bro. And one thing about it, I didn't even hear about Jeff till he died. Like real rap, like people knew Jeff when all this shit was going on. I didn't know Jeff till he died because I wasn't on social media like that. You feel me? I was doing some other shit back then. You feel me? So like I didn't really be on Instagram or like YouTube and all that shit. So I wasn't really tuned in like that at the time. And it was only for like a span of little months and shit. But the times when he was really like blowing up, popping, when he was making these songs, and all that shit. I wasn't on social media at that time. Hey, this nigga is heartless, bro. Hey, he might be really related to Jeffrey Dahmer, bro, because cuz don't got no chill. He don't got no sympathy for his ops. He trying to smoke every op, and anything you do to get him mad, he gonna blow you down. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna plan it out perfectly, and then he gonna brag about it. Hey, he lived a crazy life, one hell of a life, man. But if you enjoyed this video, man, go leave a like, go drop a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and we're going to catch y'all in the next one.
All these odds false claiming. I once say they shot me. Nigga had my mama crying because I was sleeping. They said they rocked me. Fuck a go.